We are. We are live. Hey, Sarah. Sarah's the first one here.
Hi, Sarah.
Happy Monday, Sarah. Happy Monday. Monday Jumpstart.
Oops, that's supposed to go on something.
I know our desks look a horrible mess. It looks like you couldn't do anything with a desk full of stuff like this.
But guess what? We're gonna.
So it is Monday, which means Monday Jumpstart. My YouTube still hasn't started up yet.
No, mine just did.
It is really, really delayed. There it goes. Wow. But Sarah's here. Sarah was the first one here. Awesome. Welcome, Sarah. Glad to see you. I know there's other people here too. Give them a minute. They'll get into chat. So we're going to give you the challenge prompt for the 4th week of April. And then we thought we would just work on them and share ideas for any of the weeks that anybody wants ideas or, help, inspiration, whatever on. But mostly week 4, which is our last week, the week we're starting today. How you doing, Sarah? I was just thinking we should have brought Sarah in here. Sarah and her sewing machine to do snippet rolls. Snippet strips. I haven't been feeling very well. I had a little bit of a relapse yesterday, Sunday. So I just really laid low and slept all day yesterday. That's unusual for me, but I feel so much better today. Glad you're doing great. Are you packed and ready to go, Sarah? I'm feeling way behind now for retreat, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll all come together. All come together. Okay, so we should run her in. Okay, so let's take a quick look for a second at the April. There's Sylvia. Yeah, we should have gotten Sarah in here. Sarah, if you feel so inclined to still set your camera up, we could still do that. There's Margie, Sylvia, trying to figure out how to pack. We can have some discussion in our private chat over there about that because there's certainly lots of tips. Let's give you week 4. We've had week 1, 2, and 3. If you were here on Saturday for the birthday party, you got week 4. If you weren't, week 4 challenge. The 3 things to make are a snippet strip that is 12 to 16 inches long or longer. And the snippet strip could be paper or fabric. Embellished ruffle could be paper or fabric. And a bookmark. And each of the 3 items must have some bling on it somewhere, somehow. So we wanted to give you those 3. So now you've got all 4 of the week's prompts. We'll pull that out again. I'm sure there will be some people come in that will need to go over it again. So we thought today we would just work on those prompts and share with you some ways, some ideas, some thoughts about making. Maybe people have never done snippet strips before or snippet rolls. There are actually so many different ways to do that we could just list off. I could give you half a dozen right off the top of my head. And Sylvia's right. Don't worry about wearing your clothes over again. You're just going to be sitting there crafting, not like you're going to be hiking mountains. So, we don't care if you wear your clothes 2 or 3 times. Don't pack a ton of clothes. Retreat is not about clothes. Retreat is about pajamas or sweats and T-shirts and crafting. So,
and if you really need something, we can go to the thrift store.
Exactly. We're all going to be wearing yoga pants or sweatpants or pajama pants, T-shirts, and literally I will be living in T-shirts. So Sarah, it is warm. It's right now, plan on high 70s, low 80s. It is absolutely perfect. It is going to be a heavenly week. It is truly going to be a heavenly week weather-wise. High 70s, low 80s. We're not expecting any rain. We don't even have our heat on. In fact, yesterday Doug turned the air on. That's because he was running around doing a bunch of stuff and got all, heated up. But yeah, you don't need much, and especially as far as clothes. This is not about clothes. This is all about crafting. So,
Yep.
And almost everything you need will be here anyway, as Sylvia said. We have tons and tons of stuff to give you. So we're, let's see, are you going to start with a snippet strip or a...
I have no idea. I just started ripping things.
Messy donut. Nice. Well, are you doing, let's see, what is snippet strip or an embellished ruffle? Or
I started doing a ruffle already right here, but a lot of times ruffles go on my snippet strips. So,
yeah.
How long does the snippet?
The snippet strip needs to be 12 to 16 inches. The embellished ruffle could be any length, if you wanted to use it as a page edger or something like that. I'm going to start with a snippet strip, and it might turn into a snippet roll. I have just torn a piece of muslin. It's about 2 inches, maybe 2 1/8. And I'm going to actually sew on this because my sewing machine is right here on my desk. It's right next to me right here. So what I did is just reach all the way around my desk, everything within arm's reach. That was little bits and pieces of leftovers, all kinds of little containers. Like this container is full of trim and sari silk and little bits of lace, that kind of stuff. There was a baggie with some of that too. This one has bits of paper in it. All of these things are just little things that are sitting around my desk with all kinds of little teeny tiny whatevers on them. Even some little labels. So my goal today is to just look at what's right here on my desk and use that in making these. The other night I was sitting here and I was trying to clean up my desk, and I had done a couple things with sari silk, and I had some strips of sari silk that were cut off when I got the piece that I needed and sitting there. And so I took the sari silk and just spread it out. And then I just started picking up things on my desk and gluing it on and made some mini snippet strips. And these are long enough to be a page edge or a belly band. But this is all a snippet strip is just stuff. There was a piece of lace or trim, whatever it is, that was sitting on my desk. So you can really turn anything into it. So
I am using
there's some little ones there.
Or
oh.
And I'm doubling them up, so you can see that I'm snipping them and doubling them.
Nice.
So we'll keep it nice and light, and then I turn this over and do the same thing.
And I have,
and then you have places to tuck things into also.
Oh, I like that too. I have these little pictures sitting here. They've been sitting here forever, and I just don't know how to use them. So I decided I'm going to use them on my snippet strips today. At least some of them, because there's a lot of them. I'm going to work them in. And use them. So let's see. I just pulled out a whole handful of stuff that was green and purple. Let's see if any of these will go with green and purple fabric. Probably not. I'll just have to reach in for something else. Because I also have a little bag of fabric scraps, and I don't even remember why I put it by my desk a couple of weeks ago, but it's been sitting here for a couple of weeks, not getting used. So it is time to use. These are kind of funny little things. It's like this little body, but the head is like a bigger head on the body.
They might have been Cracker Jack.
I don't know where they're from.
Things, because I know Cracker Jacks had something like that.
Yeah,
in their prizes.
They were cut out of a magazine of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
I just not.
So a lot of the stuff I have here is once again from what we're selling at retreat. The journal that I'm making.
Cool.
So I will be able to use these in the journal. I have been keeping edges undone because I knew I had to do this. These. I knew they probably were going to come up.
Yep.
So
it'll be cool to use them in that journal. That's a very cool journal.
So she likes to sew. I don't have a sewing machine that I've yet made a one for paper. And I have multiple sewing machines. I easily could. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
I have it set up, but it's across the room right now. And it would, my big bucket of things that I'm heading to retreat with is in front of it. And I don't feel like
getting it out of the way. Hi, Rhonda. Margie, you do that too? Put stuff on my desk with an idea and then forget what the idea was, what it was for. Rhonda, we're so glad you played hooky from school today.
Rhonda!
That's awesome sauce. Rhonda,
she's probably crafting her little heart out because she's such
we just told what the 4th week of April prompts for the challenge are, and we are going to make some. And it is a snippet strip that is 12 to 16 inches long, an embellished ruffle, either paper or fabric, and a bookmark. And all 3 items must have some bling on them. They can be sewn, they can be glued, they can be hand sewn. I don't only sew snippet strips. I sometimes just glue them, and then sometimes I'll go back and put stamp on them with my stamps that look like sewing stitches. I don't know.
Yes, I have those too.
Yeah, I don't always sew them, but my machine is literally sitting with all this stuff sitting on my desk. So I thought, it's sitting here, I'm going to use it. So she played bookie from school. Any sewing machine can be used for paper. It doesn't hurt the machine at all. That's what I'd say, Margie. But yeah. So this is week 4. So that means next Monday. That means this coming Sunday will be the deadline to get the photo in with one photo with all 12 pictures. And Monday will be the giveaway. Monday, a week from today, next Monday, for Monday Jumpstart, I'm going to have a very special guest in studio here with me. So I am very excited for that, for you to meet this guest in studio.
So you are getting a new puppy.
Wow, stop that. I just tore these pieces of muslin. They're about 2 inches, 2 1/8 inch wide. And that's what I'm going to start with. And I am going to use paper and fabric and whatever I can find fitting here. I pulled all this stuff together that was just within arm's reach of bits and pieces of stuff. And that's my goal, is just to use whatever is close by to use it up. Use all these little bits and pieces. I have tickets and scraps of lace and fabric and just all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I just want to use some of it up. There's so much of it. So yeah, she's saying, yeah, Margie was thinking the same. Yeah, Doug says Lucy needs a little friend. Well, I said that for a while. And now I'm like, yeah, Lucy needs a friend, and you're on the road, and we get a puppy, and that means I've got a baby in the house for another year. That's a lot of work, and I don't need that extra work right now. I really, really don't. So as much as I would love one, I have to think about its lifetime, not just the right now.
I know. And we're all getting, quote unquote, up in age now. We can't.
Well, just thinking, how long do I want And I don't know, there's kind of come a point, I suppose, where I don't really want to have to take care of one. Well, the other thing is having one, it's a little easier to travel because you can often take one and in a hotel room, but it's a little more difficult with two, you know, to take two in a hotel room. They don't always like more than one. And depends on like that one little pit bull he was looking at. Like sometimes, like the last hotel we went to in Vegas, you could bring your dog, but they had a list of it can't be one of these 5. And pit bulls, Rottweilers are always on that list. So
yep,
that's not very
that's
helpful.
not fair.
I know it's not fair, but
it's because people have made them bad, not
them. Well, I think it's all about how they are raised and treated. It's not the animal's fault, but still, that's what happens.
Come on, I have to have another piece of that.
Okay, so what am I doing here? Let's see. I would like a zigzag. Not a straight.
I'll go to my big one.
Okay. So I'm just going to cut off pieces of scraps off the scraps. Too old to take on another. Up in age physically, not mentally. That's right, Rhonda. That's exactly it. And get to an age where physically it just becomes a little more difficult. And I'd like to slow down physically, not add more work physically, so that I can still go strong mentally, but give myself a physical break. I always lived a very physical life, and I'd like to slow down physically, honestly. My body would like to slow down physically. All righty.
I do know that once you get up in age, you have got to make sure you have plans for your animals, because that is probably my biggest thing.
Fear what happens to them.
Yep. I've taken in way too many dogs because they didn't have
a plan.
I have seen family drop off dogs at a shelter because they don't have anybody to take the dog. Well, the dog is also, upset that their person is gone, and they don't give them time to
acclimate
either by taking them straight to the shelter.
Right.
So, it's just really sad.
Yeah. It's not really fair.
Yeah.
Not really fair to animals. I respect people who do think about that and have a plan. And I know people who do, which has made me think about,
Well, you have a plan. I'm going to drive.
You're going to take Lucy.
I'm going to drive and pick up Lucy.
I know.
I don't care how old I am.
I know. No, well, that's the thing is, like, honestly, Lucy would be very easy to place because she's just one of those amazing souls. But yeah. Yep. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to pare this picture down a bit.
Even though you don't like the animal, you still have to take it in sometimes.
So, note to self, as you get older, only get an animal that everybody's going to love.
Actually, Sarah, I've heard somebody like that too, that if they die, they have their animals put to sleep and they all go together, which isn't really fair to the dog if they've got or the animal if they've got a lot of life left in them. However, I don't mind if all of the ashes go with my ashes. You know what I mean? If they've, from the ones who have already gone. But yes, I have heard that. And that's a little, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I understand
it.
Right.
But
I think it's a little selfish, although.
Yeah, maybe that's the word.
Because you're not giving the animal enough. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, maybe the animal's going to be
just as old.
Off to a shelter as well, and not. I don't know.
So as you guys can see, I'm actually making a ribbon right now to put on my snippet roll. And if I ever do a ribbon, a crinkled ribbon like this, ruffle, I tend to put it on something really thin, like this paper or tissue paper. I spread the glue on the paper, and then I set the ruffles down, and I put my hand down on them. And then they stay, and then you can just rip the really thin stuff away. You can also do this for sewing them. Like if you wanted to put them on something first, put them on this and then sew them. But that's when I do ruffles, if I'm not going to put it on something immediately, I tend to put them on some sort of thin paper.
And my ruffles, I guess it kind of depends on how I do the ruffle or how thick, whether it's fabric or paper, and how thick the paper is, or that it's on.
It does,
or that it's made of. Even as I'm sewing those, sometimes I'll take, like I have a little tiny piece of sari silk that I want somewhere. I put a dot of glue and set it there, just to have that little piece of sari silk stay in place as I'm sewing around this, because it's hard sometimes to make everything kind of stay and hold them, all the little bits in place when you're using up little bits and pieces in place as you're sewing. So I'll do that, and then keep the sewing. Let's see, I'll do just a little bit here, and then I'll show you like the little piece that I'm doing. And I'm literally just grabbing any little pieces that are around. My goal is really to use up a lot of this stuff that's sitting around here. There's a lot of it.
So this right here is from one of the books that I cut something out of. I made sure I kept it as long as possible. And I'm going to actually cut it into really thin strips. And it might be the topping for this. I'm not sure yet. I actually may wrinkle this one. And I actually like to wrinkle it so that there's, it's not all the same. It's not perfect.
Like
that. So yeah. Like they go back and forth, zigzagged a little sometimes. Should have done it on the other side. It was blue. Well, I guess it could be reversible.
Yeah. If you don't back it with something, you could make it reversible. That's a cool idea.
Things to make you go.
Okay, so I'm kind of embedding some of these pictures in with the fabric and lace. What I'm doing, let's see. I had a bunch of green and purple focused fabric, so I looked for some of these pictures. I just went through them all and found any that had either purple or green, or were neutral enough that they could go with purple or green. Let's see. So what's everybody else doing today? Are you making, now that you know what the challenge is for this week, are you going to make some snippet rolls along with us? We figured if we did this and you were working along with us, you could have them done by the time we finish Monday Jumpstart.
True.
Get your photos in early. Have the rest of the week to play on making all the other things y'all are working on. Rhonda, you've been making lots of cool things. I've seen your posts around. You've got lots of awesome things going. Love seeing them. Let's see. I've got some fabric tape. It's like washi, but it's fabric. That will work too. Some edging from old cases. Even some little eyelet ruffle lace here. That would work. Not stab myself with that pin. Oh, where did I put the pin for my glue? There it is. I better put it back in the glue.
Ooh, I have an idea for that for at retreat. I'm going to bring it with me.
The pin in the glue. Awesome. Yep. Hey, Joanne.
So we don't lose the pin.
The snippet strip for the challenge should be 12 to 16 inches long. And that's like at least. I just tore off a really long strip of muslin fabric, and I'm just going to keep going. But, you know, just to meet the minimum for the challenge, 12 to 16 inches long. So I'll keep going just to use up my scraps, and then I'll just roll it or wrap it around one of those old spools or something. Any width, yep, and at least 12 to 16 inches long. Margie is correct. So let's see here. Ooh, that's pretty bright. Let's see if we can tone that down.
Still not enough to do the whole thing.
I'm going to sew a couple more things here, and I'll kind of show you what I'm playing with. Literally using the scraps that were around my desk. Since my sewing machine was already on my desk from something we did whenever we did it, last week or the other day, I just have reached around my desk and pulled in all the little containers that have all the bits and pieces.
Ooh, Sylvia.
What's she doing?
She's recovering from scrapbooking this weekend. She sat way too much.
Oh, yeah. I'll bet she did. I'll bet you got a lot done though, huh, Miss Sylvia?
I need to fill my glue.
Did you make great progress on the one scrapbook that you are really trying to
finish?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know you've got a dozen going at the same time, always. Let's see. This will be pretty. Right underneath there.
I think I'm just going to skip what I was doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
Changed your mind halfway through?
Yeah.
That's typical of us, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you're entitled. Let's see. Rhonda got one of those lap desks to use while sitting on the couch watching TV or videos. So that length is perfect to fit. Oh, cool. Yeah. Yeah. And you can hand stitch. You can glue. Again, does not need to be sewn. That is completely personal preference.
Oh, my dawn.
That is a great idea. Oh, Sylvia, got to get that 2-envelope fiasco under control. Oh, no. Let's see, maybe I shouldn't have cut that in half. I need it longer. Okay. And you can put all this base stuff down, and then you can go back and add things on top. Like, I'm not going to sew bling on, but I'll put all this base stuff down, and then I'll go back and glue on or stitch on additional pieces on top that I think will enhance it. And glue on or stitch on bling. Might even make a little ruffle on the snippet roll. Good more. See if I can get that little ruffle on the snippet roll. Easier if you sew the ruffle first. Trying to fold the ruffle into the ruffle shape and then sew it down right there without having to do anything with it ahead of time. It may help to pin it, but you know, we always do it the easy way, right?
Mm-hmm. Never.
Yeah, exactly.
The hardest way possible is the way that you have to do it.
Yes. There we go. It worked. Okay. Need something else to go on that one. Everything is beautiful in its own way. $4. Wow, that was money well spent. My hips don't lie. Yep. You guys are awesome. Entertaining, awesome. All right, here's some ribbon that has the wire edges. Wire edges can just get cut right off. And then the sheer ribbon is perfect for adding to a snippet roll. There we go. Maybe not quite that big a piece. Let's just do this and see.
Just throw everything on. No idea what you're doing. Just keep throwing it on.
That's right. That's the name of our game. Well, we always say you don't have to know what you're doing. You just have to want to participate, right?
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to know what you're doing here. You just have to want to play the game. All right, let's see. That's a lot of green and purple. Brain is much younger than my body and always will be. I'm with you, Margie. I am so with you.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take much. Oh, in the mind of a middle schooler sometime. Right? Yeah, I know. My brain often wonders why I'm stuck with the body. It doesn't fit the brain. Yep. The brain still says, I can do that. The body says, oh, yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Here, what is this? This is paper with, looks like lunar paste on it. Just tear some of that. Sew that right in.
Let's take Miss Ugly here and do this.
And
oops. I didn't mean to do that.
going to Hawaii is definitely on my bucket list. So beautiful. Ooh, yes, it is. Hawaii is definitely very beautiful. Okay, let's see what else we've got in here. Got a little pink. A little bit of pink. And I don't sew it with any kind of a pattern. I just sew back and forth and up and down randomly. I like the just random sewn look. And depending on what you cut off or what you put, where you put bling or embellishments later, some of it gets covered, some of it doesn't. You see the stitching.
Wow, she was lucky, Sarah.
What?
She took her daughter to Hawaii, and then her father took her to Japan.
Oh, nice. Wow. Yeah. I would like to go to Japan.
I'd prefer to go to Korea first, but that's only because I have Korean influence. So
I would love to go to Korea. Hi, Lucy. Come here. I'd love to go to Vietnam too. Come here. It's okay. Come on.
Any of those that have good cooking is.
Yes. Hi, sweet girl. Oh,
Lucy!
Mama hasn't gotten the place ready for you in here yet, huh? Oh, there's a sweet girl. There's a sweet girl. Yeah, she came in to say hi.
Hi, Lucy.
Do you hear Auntie Dawn Marie?
Hi, Lucy.
Yes. There she is. Yeah. Aw. She says hi back. I gotta get the place ready for you in here so you can come in and hang out here with me. I know. I keep promising I'll do it, and I keep working towards it, and then I make a bigger mess. It doesn't help, huh? And I didn't even bring in any TREATS.
Ah.
Because I didn't expect her to come in here.
She's probably lonely.
Are you okay? You almost look like you don't feel well. Are you okay, sweet girl? Do you want me to make a little space where you could lay down? Mm-hmm. Are you okay? Do you want me to make a little space right there where you could lay down? I could do that. I could do that. Here. Let's back. Can you go back? Can you go back? Yeah, back like the horses do. There you go, back. And you can turn right there. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a little space right here for you. Because I had a little bit of a avalanche right there this morning. Lucy, come here.
Lucy says, Auntie can put 3 babies in her chair, Mom.
I know, in her shirt. How come I can't jump up in your shirt? I'm going to go grab her a couple of treats.
Okay.
Well, let's go get you a couple of treats and come in here with you, okay? Did you eat any of the breakfast?
They're all talking about going. Let's see. I have never dreamed of traveling. Going to the store was way too much traveling for me. That's funny. I dreamed of traveling. I did a lot of traveling when I was younger. So I went to Italy and did an archaeology dig. And let's see what else. I have gone out to California. I've been out to Canada on the East Coast side several times. Let's see.
Let me put this one over here. Just a minute. I want to. There we go. Lucy, come here.
Italy is always on everybody's list. I'll tell you a secret. My friend who is a magician in Las Vegas, Italy is the #1 choice of where people say they want to go on vacation. So he always just chooses that when he's doing a mentalism thing. Because 9 out of 10 people want to go to Italy. So
I would love to go to Italy.
That's how he does his mentalism. It's an odds thing.
Right here, look.
The odds are that most people want to.
Wow.
And I'd go back to Italy in a heart. I'd go live in Italy if, you know. If somebody were to give me a castle there because I was a long lost relative.
Go. Lay down. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. Look. But then she's acting like she's got upset tummy or something.
Oh, what has she eaten today?
No. And she doesn't eat if she's
I got an upset stomach. Yeah.
got an upset tummy. And she gets very lovey and clingy, wanting to be near me when she doesn't feel well.
Yep.
But she's drooling over that treat, but she's not eating it. Like, she won't eat if she's upset tummy, which is wiser than humans. You okay, Lucy? Are you okay? You poor baby. You could lay down right there. Just lay down by Mama.
Scotland, but my feet are firmly planted. Scotland is one of the places. My dream trip would be to go around the world to go see all of the museums. All I would have to just take me to the museums to see the artwork and I'll be fine. I don't, I don't want to. That's what I want to see.
There's my sweet girl. You don't want a treat?
But everybody says the Louvre is, if anybody's been there, it's just crowded because everybody wants to go see Mona Lisa, and it's not as entertaining. There's a smaller museum in France that a lot of people like. Yeah, we could all go to my castle and drink Italian wine and eat good food.
There you go.
That would be an amazing trip.
Wouldn't that?
I would love it. I'd like to just have a craft retreat. there's been several times I've looked online and looked at something and been like, oh, that would make such an awesome,
Yeah.
you know, craft retreat place. Who wants to put the money in for me? Who wants to buy it and I'll keep it up?
That cruise, we went down the Rhine last year. We saw all those castles all the way down.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cool. And the majority of them are actually still in use. Some of them were built in the 1300s, and they're bed and breakfasts.
Yep.
Or, you know, city buildings. They're just really cool. I thought, how cool to have a B&B like that as a castle and just have it be a retreat place.
Right. A lot of upkeep for those kind of things, but I'd love to, even, you know, one up in the mountains here in North Carolina or in, you know, someplace that was far enough away that it would be pretty, but not right on top of a city. I don't, you know, people don't, you want to go out and be able to relax when you go to a something like that.
Yeah.
Well, yes, she did do a Viking River cruise last year.
Yeah.
They went down the Rhine.
Really cool. We flew into, holy cow, I've forgotten everywhere we went. Where did we fly into?
You flew into, you were downriver and then went upriver, right?
Correct.
So you flew into
somewhere and got
Switzerland? Was it Switzerland?
Yes, we flew into Switzerland and got on the bus and went like 20 minutes over to Germany.
Yep.
And got on the cruise. It was very cool. Actually, we got on in Switzerland. We just went 20 minutes on the bus to get on, but it was right there by the border. So we hit Germany and France. And where? Wow.
Basically, it was back and forth between Germany and France for a long time.
There's a lot of back and forth with Germany and France, Netherlands.
And then you ended up in
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam. Damn.
The Netherlands, Holland, the windmills.
Yep.
A lot of Germany and France. That was really cool. Are you okay?
Why do you love my brain? Again, you tell me that all the time, but why do you love it this time?
Because you're remembering my itinerary better than I am. Here, you come down.
Oh, because I only wrote it out 3 times.
I know. She wrote it out way more than me. My brain was on 50,000 other things at the time.
I went and took care of her dog, and I made each of the women a journal for their she came to Utah and stayed with Lucy while we were gone for 10 days. And she made very cool travel journals for me and my sister and my mom. I'm for hire. If anybody goes away on vacation and you need somebody to watch your animals, just pay me to get out there and I'll be fine.
Sometimes
I like to do that kind of stuff.
Sometimes a plane ticket to get someone out here that you trust is less expensive than putting them up in a kennel somewhere where you don't know how they're going to be treated. And, you know. Oh, Lucy. You're panting a little heavy. I wonder why you don't feel well. I wonder why you don't feel so well.
Lucy, you're making us worry.
I know, I kind of am. Can I do a little bit of sewing while you're standing here on my legs? Let's see if I can. Yeah. It's okay. There we go.
Definitely. And actually, Rhonda, you wouldn't have to pay me to travel because I would just come up 85. You're not that far away from me.
Where's Rhonda?
Isn't Rhonda in Richmond, Virginia?
I don't remember. Probably. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Being that close.
Yeah, I actually would prefer, to be honest, that I like doing stuff like that. I would prefer, you know, even if we're going out, somebody come and stay at the house, but you don't want to come and stay at my house. My house is a disaster pit. But
unless they're a crafty person, then it's a crafty disaster that we all love.
Right, that is true. But that also gets me to, you know, see places that I'm not used to.
Right.
If I'm going someplace, you know, for somebody I'm will have just met or whatever. But I know I have a friend in New Jersey that keeps threatening to have me come up and watch her dogs.
But hasn't yet.
Yeah. And then I have people here. Yeah, she's near Richmond. It wouldn't take me any time to get up there.
Oh, cool.
And then I watch a lot of dogs here for people who go on vacation.
Yeah.
Like right now, I've got 2 dogs whose parents are on the Alaskan cruise.
They just drop off at her house, and she has
a
whole herd of dogs at any given time.
And I let dogs be dogs. They can get up on furniture. They can do whatever they want when they're here at Camp Ennis.
That's cool. Speaking of furniture, we're going to have to get a new couch.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Our couch is broken. One of the leather couches upstairs.
Oh, no.
I know. It just so happens that the guy that bought the house across the street got a big old dumpster for 2 weeks.
Oh.
You don't have anything in it that you want to. I'm like, honey,
that's nice.
Take this couch apart and drag it out there. Yeah.
Is it the one that you guys usually sit on?
Yep.
So you could move the love seat upstairs.
Yes, that's exactly what I said. Let's bring that love seat up from downstairs. Give me a little more room down there right now anyway.
Yep.
And, and get rid of this.
Great minds think alike.
Right. That is right.
Yeah, they were wondering if Lucy got into something maybe she shouldn't have. She usually
I don't know. That is entirely possible. Although she goes outside by herself. But other than that, yesterday, I wasn't feeling well. So all I did was lay around and sleep all day. And she just hung around with us all day yesterday. So nothing, unusual. But she certainly could have gotten something outside that, sometimes she likes to get the dry branches that come off the trees and chew on them.
Yes, and those aren't necessarily.
They probably don't settle her stomach so well.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, that's
again. There's the brain. Now. I was trying to get it back to talking to you guys on live.
It won't be long, and she'll start the little lurch, and then she'll throw up, and whatever it is will come out. Always bad when that happens, but as soon as she throws it up, she'll be fine. That's why it's called furniture. Yeah. Well, you know what is broken is the both of the foot things that go up.
Why could that be? Could that be because there's a dog that puts all their weight on it?
That jumps up on it to come up and sit with us?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whoops, sorry, everybody.
Yep. Nope. That's exactly why. Hi, Lucy. But we like her to come up and sit with us.
It's just there's so much. You're not supposed to put that much weight on.
It just can only take so much weight.
Yeah.
It's held out for quite a long time. Lucy is 4 years old next month. Can you guys believe it?
Wow.
A lot of you were here when we got her. We got her at 6 weeks. Way too young. Should have been 8. We picked her up and brought her right into a live on my desk. And a lot of you were here from Lucy's first Happy Paper People days, huh? Yeah. It's crazy to think she's that old. You guys have known her since she was a wee baby. Okay, hold on. Gonna sew again. There we go.
How is that one longer?
She's trying to come up on my lap.
Oh, she really must not see well.
You can only get your front paws up, but we can't get the rest of you up here. I wish you were small enough that I could still pick you up. I wish you were still small enough that I could pick you up. But I can't.
Yeah, I've been involved with having an oopsie surgery because they ate something. Corgis are cute. We had a Corgi Golden Retriever mix. His name was Linus. His hair was longer than his legs, so we used to have to keep his belly shaved.
Aw.
It was very difficult. He didn't like it because, but you're tripping over your own hair.
Yeah.
You know, it's dragging big, huge things off of trees and limbs.
Yeah. Don't blame him. Hey, Lucy, where are you going? All right, so here, let me see if I can get back here. You want to come out? There you go. This is what I've been sewing. Now, there's a picture underneath here of a flower. Don't know if you can see it. Kind of hiding underneath the lace pieces. There's another picture right here, a pretty flower. And then there's a lily right here, kind of hiding it. It's just kind of purple and green, a little bit of pink here and there. And then just doing a zigzag stitch randomly here and there around the picture. I don't want to go through the middle of the picture. And so each of those pictures could be cut off as a cluster, or could add a little bit on the other end to make it a belly band or a side of a page. And so it's just kind of a base, but then stuff can be added on top. I took little pieces and pulled them together as a little ruffle there. Little triangles of whatever they were cut for. Just ruffled edge and made it a little. But yeah, so then you just add things on it as you go to use it. That can be glued or sewn to continue to layer. I've never done one green and purple, and it's just looking really strange to me, but I don't know why. I don't know. And at any point, you can switch colors or switch gears on not put the pictures, just put lace and whatever, because you can cut it apart at any piece. So I might just, I've got a lot of these fabric scraps here. I might just start piling up these fabric and lace scraps and get more of them in. Almost like the back side of that better than the front side. Front side is really dark. The back side is not quite so dark. A little bit of sari silk scraps. All right. Should probably sew on some of this rickrack over here. Get rid
because
of it.
We love rickrack.
Because we need to get rid of it. Want to make a tunnel book that is out. Me too, Margie. Those lace scraps, yes, are awesome. No, I'm holding my sense.
I love getting whatever they have, the end scraps from like Hobby Lobby. They put them in a bag.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And that's actually where I got these blue things. It was in one of those. I think it cost me 99 cents to pick up all of these, but I would never buy, that many.
Uh-huh.
And,
But
I would never
to put on
get them
like
intentionally.
Yeah. Exactly. The remnant bags, those are good.
Right.
Yeah. Margie, I want to make a tunnel book that is Alice as well. So maybe we need to make that a thing pretty soon. Let's see. I know if nobody else wants to make it, at least Margie will make it with me. Right?
It would be fun to make.
A tunnel book, yeah. And
it just sort of goes down
yeah, you don't have to make it Alice. Anyway. We'll just make it Alice. Right. I just want to do it Alice, but not everybody doesn't have to do it Alice. So I've seen tunnel books where it starts with the smallest and goes down bigger. So as you go down, it gets bigger and bigger. And then I saw one that somebody did the other day where they started with the big one. And you could see all the way through to the small one. And I like that as well, because as you turn the pages, there's really no surprise because you can see all the way through.
Yeah, I don't know which way I like better, because I sort of like to see all of them peeking out at you.
Yeah. If I go smallest to biggest, I can only see what's behind the hole, the size of the hole that is on the page I'm on. And then I open the next one, and that's a little bit bigger. And as you go, you can see more and more of what's beneath it. That's how I like it. But, to each his own. And that's why there are multiple ways to do things. Any way you can imagine it, you can do it, right?
I actually have a coloring book that's a tunnel book. It's for the hungry caterpillar.
Oh, cool.
Actually, I have two of them because I can't just buy one.
Of course. One to look at, one to cut up.
One to play with, yep.
Uh-huh. Did I just do that? I did.
Did I do that?
Really? It just pulled the thread right out of my needle.
So the character's name was Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
He was named after one of my teachers from film school. Steve.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The writer for that show was a good friend of my teacher's, and he thought he always made fun of his name. And then when they had to make a character, and he was just going to be on once, they figured, I'll just name him Steve Urkel. And
was his name Steve Urkel, or was it just the Urkel part?
No, his name was really Stephen Urkel. He went by Stephen after, but it was Steve Urkel. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Once the character came out, he started going by Stephen, because everybody be like, yeah, right, your name's Steve Urkel.
Right. And it was a great character. Lucy, where you going? Where you going? You can't go any farther. You can't go any farther that way. Can't go any farther.
Does my snippet roll need anything else?
Let's see. Oops. Whoa, one moment, please. Here, hold it up close. That's pretty. That's very pretty. I like it.
Thank you.
I'd make a couple of great belly bands, cut that up into clusters.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. Because once you cut them, those strings that I left long will, fray out. So
yeah, I like it. Like it a lot. Steve Urkel was born on the day Margie was married. Oh, that's funny.
You mean the character, or do you know Stephen Urkel? Because that would have been about the time.
I don't know
how old he was.
Hey, this is really awkward. Trying to sew
with Lucy
with Lucy between my legs all over me. But she's way more important, and I know she doesn't feel well.
Yes, that's true. Is a snippet roll really even finished? That's true. Because I was actually thinking I could do rounds of pick things from his and put them between even here and have
when
really
you go to use it, you might add even something else.
I might add something else or put something behind it.
Yep.
So
who knows?
But for snippet roll, bueno finito.
Yep. Or yeah, snippet roll start that you would take and do anything else off of. Looks good to me. Oh, come on.
Double Valentine's baby. Oh, I get it. 28 would be 14, 14. I had to think about it, Rhonda. Sorry.
November 27th, 1976. Interesting. Yeah, Lucy's not feeling great, but she's right here against me, so that's her happy place when she doesn't feel well.
Hunting was way more important to him. Hey, sometimes it is. If that's the only way you can eat, then yeah. At least, growing up in Maine, that sometimes it had to take precedence over other things.
I doubt that was Margie's situation.
No, I'm sure it wasn't. But I do know people who went on hunting retreats for their honeymoon.
Yeah. Yeah. How about some of this tissue paper in here? Green and purple. That's pretty. Oh, Lucy, I smell your upset stomach coming out.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, Mama. I didn't mean to. Can't help it. My tummy's upset. I know it is, and it's okay.
Good question, Rhonda.
What?
She asked if he was out hunting for other women.
Oh.
Well.
Then there's that.
Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm looking for.
We didn't have to go hunting. There was plenty of roadkill. Right, Margie?
I made up for my gold ink, I made a pouncer. I don't know what I did with it.
Yes.
Okay, I'll go grab a new one.
There we go. And to go from there. You know what's funny? I have all this stuff sitting around my desk, and I'm doing the snippet roll, and I haven't even made a dent. Hardly used anything. It just doesn't take much at all, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like this whole strip was probably 40 inches long, and I'm more than halfway through it, and I've hardly used anything. I wanted maybe I just need to layer more and more and more on it.
That's usually the best thing to do. Just keep layering.
Use up more parts and pieces, so let's just layer more things on.
I know, Zuzu. You're not used to being up here while I'm on, are you? Hi, Zuzu.
All right.
Oh, that's good to. You've never had bear. Bear is good if you roast it for a really long time. Bear is not a fast cook meat.
Yeah, it's like buffalo.
I need to get this gold off my. I need to get the gold off of my thing.
Get some more of these pictures in here. Underneath. And a piece of this, and a piece of that.
Good enough.
Hey, KK. 1,000 miles long. Yeah, I feel like I could sit here and sew, you know, like never ending, never stopping, and still probably never use up all the stuff that's sitting just right here around my desk. 1,000 miles. Yeah.
Do I have any of that up here?
Okay.
No. Where is it?
I have to hold that down. Well, I almost used up this piece of whatever it is. I think it came off.
That changes that.
That was a mile song. 500 mile song in my head.
Haha. I love Benny and June. That's how I knew that song. But the song had come out like 3 years earlier in like the UK.
Yeah.
And my friend knew it from that. And she's like, no, that's an old song. I'm like, no, it just came out.
Oh, it is an old song. I don't even know when
this was back when we were in college. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's see. A little bit of sari silk on here.
Making a writing spot on the inside of the bookmark.
Oh, cool.
Using labels.
With writing spots, with hidden writing spots.
Yeah.
Okay. I smell apples.
Did you say that items had to have dangles? No, they don't have to have dangles this time. They have to have bling.
Yep. Any kind of bling.
Bling, 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 bling,
Bling, bling, bling.
Oops, sorry, girls. You're okay. You're okay.
Oopsie. Let's see if I turn that. And on that.
This is very, very, very old lace.
Let's see here. We're just sewing away, aren't we, Lucy? Mm-hmm. You're panting. Sorry you don't feel well, sweetie. I know you don't feel well if you're turning down treats. All right. Oopsie. Dropped a couple of those now.
So this lace that I just put on this was probably brand new when Klimt was alive.
Really? Gotta love that.
Yeah. Only a small piece is going on.
And now it's even cooler than it was back then.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, what keeps falling, guys? They keep pushing the chair further back.
Somebody trying to make their way up there?
Yeah, I have a feeling they just keep knocking. It's my circle punches is what keeps falling. Because I put them someplace new because I thought they would work. And they're not working there, so.
Oh. Well, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Down.
Yeah. The gremlins are called 3 chihuahuas in the chair that they keep pushing back on the chair, and therefore they're causing things to move.
So you actually know your craft room.
I know my gremlins. At the moment.
More.
At the moment, it's Billy, Abby, and Zuzu. Oh, Billy, what do you have on your head? A piece of fabric. That's always fun.
All right. Let's see here. So I'm going to put up there, using up some of this sari silk.
Let's see.
Okay. And what else? Those gremlins. They're cute gremlins, though.
They are very cute gremlins.
I haven't seen mine, so I don't know if they're as cute as yours.
Yeah. Billy is actually a girl. Her name is Billy Goat because she crawls up my legs in order to get to me.
It's very cute.
That really needs something around it. No, I'm just going to use my gold marker. Oh, you know what? I can use this one. This one's pretty.
The doggo made himself a crown.
Actually, I think I dropped it on her head. I'm glad it was just a piece of fabric and not.
That's probably more like it, huh?
Yeah. Well, they are the ones that want to be right in my way. Okay. Did you just see that?
What'd you do?
What just popped up? Not me. Glennis, you're on vacation.
I didn't open it. I just saw.
Oh. That it says something about 2 pictures. I'm like, she's on vacation. She shouldn't be sending us anything.
Vacation. I thought she just fussy cut on vacation.
Yeah, I guess she's doing more now. Yes, mica sprays and brass sprays would I say yes for those for bling.
For what?
Rhonda's asking if sprays with mica in them or metal sprays are considered bling.
Yeah, we'll let that slide. Yeah, that could pass as bling. If it's shiny, we'll let it, we'll call it bling.
Now let's see. We have that there. You either suspend it in water or you suspend it in alcohol, Sarah. So you just put like in a spray bottle and put a drop in, mix it with water. You can do it with alcohol too. It depends on what you're working with. If you're working with something that already has alcohol ink on it and you don't want to cross the alcohol in the water, then you do it with alcohol ink. You do it with alcohol.
Yeah, either alcohol or water. And shake it well. You have to shake it every time you use it because it'll separate just like when you buy a spray. But works well. I'm trying to go farther and farther under the desk. don't even know where to go under there.
Yep, rhinestone buttons would work too.
Yep.
Charms that have a bling to them too. Even my paper that I use, I have like this. That's got gold.
Glitter paper.
Glitter paper.
Glitter paper would work.
Glitter lace.
You could take some glitter paper and punch out something, whatever things. Flat back pearls or of any color. Stickles or Nuvo drops, those kinds of things that need time to dry. That's bling. Shiny buttons.
Tiny buttons.
Metal buttons are great for that. Or if you happen to have sparkly buttons, or if you want to put some sparkly paste. Here's another thing. If you do a paper snippet roll or paper snippet strip, let me grab it. See if I can reach this without moving. You can do a snippet strip of paper and then go back over it with a stencil and some shiny paste or lunar paste, some metallic something. There's a snippet strip with bling on it. This one too. These are just ones we were trying out different mediums on, and they're just snippet strips that started out like this with a snippet strip, and we've just put stuff over the top of it. So there's a snippet strip of really old paper. Get some metallic on top of it. I like to have both paper and fabric ones on hand. Never know what you'll want to use. Oh, Lucy, how you doing? Are you okay? I'm almost to the end of this roll here. That's kind of surprising. Let's do this. That and that. And that. It's going to layer me. These are little triangle scraps. I'm going to layer some triangle scraps together. With the little piece of triangle lace on the front. Put those down. This is probably sitting out by the pool with a cocktail crafting. While Tom's working away. Well, it's nice to be able to go on those trips with him. He does have business. Right.
They say if you want to take Lucy to the vet, we would all understand.
Oh, I'm going to give her a little bit because typically when this happens, she ate something, probably chewed on sticks outside. And when she gets really clingy to me, then like within an hour, then she'll usually throw it up. And once she does, she's fine. So I'm going to give her a little bit to see if she brings it up. I can smell that there's something going on in her stomach.
One way or the other, it will come out and she'll feel better.
Yes, exactly. One way or the other.
Another.
You gotta get you one way.
Oh, maybe next day. See, I'm stitching too.
Cool.
With my pen.
I was gonna say I like stitching with a pen. Or my stamp set. She just left me and walked out the door. So either she's going to go outside and go potty, or I need to listen and see if she's going to
hack up.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, I smeared some stuff on that. That's okay. White will take care of it. Yeah, she won't wait too long.
Nope. Nope. She's got a routine when she gets into stuff, so I'll let it play out for Norm. She goes outside and chews on all the branches, eats some grass, whatever it is out there that we've got a lot of stuff in the yard, a lot of green and a lot of different plants, nothing poisonous to her, but a lot of trees and bushes and things, and the little sticks come off, and she just likes to chew on those dry sticks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that she intends to swallow them. She just likes to chew on them, and
pieces get in there and you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
She will.
Yeah, exactly. Barf it up. I'm listening. Let me go check on her in just a minute. All right. Let's see here.
So quiet.
Oh, was just thinking
Sorry,
that.
when I start thinking and
that's why
when I start doodling, sometimes it becomes quiet time for me because it's part of my.
That's why I don't create very well on lives, because I can't focus. I can't focus and think and get into the creative zone and talk at the same time. We've talked about doing some lives where we just do our thing, and people can
Which
just
is basically what today
watch.
is. Yeah.
You know, we're talking though. If I'm experimenting, you know, like Alcohol Inc., or really wanting to, like, if I was doing this for real serious and really wanting to make something specific, then I can't talk at the same time. It's just, I can't focus and talk and create and all that at the same time.
Thank you, Rhonda. It's a peaceful quiet, not a awkward quiet.
Well, yeah. We feel that way, but you know, we never know what it's like out in chat.
Yeah.
Do you feel that? It's, you know, it's just peaceful and enjoyable spending the time with you guys, honestly. But I don't know, maybe you're bored out of your minds. Soon, I mean, I like to, we're working out so I have some more free time. And I like to sit down for an afternoon and just like take Alcohol Inc. and take a bunch of different ideas and just sit down and experiment with it. And we can do that stuff live, where may not be doing a whole lot of talking, but you can just talk amongst yourselves and watch us experiment. And this is how we figure a lot of things out. Just
it is actually how we figure a lot of things out.
You know, it's just by sitting down with stuff and playing with it, seeing what it'll do. What will it do on this, and what will it do on that, and what if we do this, and does that make any difference? Oops, that didn't work, so let's try this. You know.
Yep.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that experimentation process.
Okay, I am saying I've got a bookmark, but I'll probably end up putting some more stuff on it.
Cool.
But for now, finito for a bookmark.
I just really have a hard time doing that experimentation process on a live where I'm trying to explain what I'm doing, or, you know, things like that. Because either I'm focused on explaining it to you and wanting to interact and hang out with you guys, or I'm focused on the creative process and just getting lost in the creativity, and that's where the ideas come. Well, what if we did this, or what if we did that? When we get lost in that creative process, and I can't do that while I'm talking.
Yep.
I'm not that talented. I have to focus one way or the other.
Okay, belly band.
Belly band,
bookmark,
strip, bookmark, all with the blingy bling.
Oh no, not belly band. It's a snippet strip.
Oh no, snippet strip,
bookmark,
embellished
and
ruffle.
a ruffle.
Embellished ruffle. Yeah. That's it. Embellished ruffle.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. I'm at the end of this.
That's the ticket
here. So I'm at the end of this strip. Yeah. I haven't switched up the stitching. Sometimes I did it straight stitch. I got a little pocket here I could stick something in. Sometimes I did it zigzag.
And you just ran out of string.
Nope.
Oh, thread.
Nope. But I did that whole strip that it's about 45 inches long.
Wow.
So I'll just wind that up around something and then can cut off bits and pieces. Honestly, when I'm by myself and relaxing, I enjoy sitting down and making these.
Embellished ruffle. Well, so KK, I've got this right here, which I've done a ruffle of paper.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just embellish it.
Embellish it.
So it's almost like a snippet roll, but it's just the ruffle.
Embellish it and use some bling. Okay, let's see. I put that other one over here. Then I could. There it is. I'll show you a paper one that I did. For the paper ones, I love to just use those tape register rolls, that old thermal paper. And here's a paper one that I did. And this is, this can be glued. It does not have to be sewn. But I literally I was not live by myself and sat down with all the bits and pieces that were around me on my desk. There's paper, there's lace, there's trim. I don't even know what that was from, but little bits and pieces, ribbon, doilies, a leftover flower. That was a flower from a piece of wallpaper. There's more doily. Just all the things that were sitting around my desk, burlap. And then when you cut off parts and pieces of it, it looks really cool. That's what I should do on this one, is put some ribbon or trim down over the top of some of this. Another flower. This is all just stuff that's sitting around my desk, needed to be used up. Scraps of paper and fabric and lace. It can all be mixed. So, and that's just done on the thermal paper roll, like the register tape. I love using that register tape. It's super thin, and when you sew stuff on it, it makes it thick, plenty thick, but it's still very pliable. So, and then I'll just roll those up and put a clip on it and keep that. Maybe I'll bring a bunch of scraps and sit down and make a bunch of these to contribute to the fundraiser sale.
That would be good.
Looking there you go. And that's ready to store just like that to cut off of. Same thing with this. Just put a clip on it like that. Easy to do. And it hardly uses up anything. Now this one I took a little bit more time because I was not live, and I used up a lot more little bits and pieces on it. So this one is ready for more. So I can see a lot of places where it would be perfect to put down some ribbon and stitch right down the ribbon, like connecting all this together. And places for buttons. Buttons can be glued on or sewn on, either way. Yeah, little pieces of ribbon and little bits of lace. I even got napkins in here. This is napkin. This is tissue paper from Subscription Box. That's one of my favorite napkins. I just love the color. Sari silk. So you can use anything. Anything. I do like all the textures of that. When you sew it all on here, you just can get so many good textures. On this, I even put a piece of this. I tore out a piece of this. This is just paper that I did lunar paste through a stencil. And tissue paper and napkin and lace, fabric, doilies, sari silk, all of that on one. And then like this, I just hang these like this because paper is so old. I just didn't want it to break. But you can start with a base of just paper and then add to it anything you want. So snippet strips you can do in so many different ways. You could get bling on them by adding things like this, brads, eyelets where you could dangle something. Just use little blingy brads. Got a bunch of those sitting around here, so I probably should. I've got eyelets that are shaped like flowers and sunshine and things like that. Add to some of that. Would you like, Margie, would you like snippet strips like that? If I sit down, take a little more time and make them like this one. I took a little more time and got lots of little goodness in there. I would love to make those. That to me is very relaxing to do. It takes some time, but I enjoy doing it and it's relaxing. I would sit down and do that and make some of those to sell. Yeah, I'd be happy to. We all know I got plenty of stuff to do it with, right? And if you don't have one of these, if you don't have one of these thermal paper rolls and you would like one, private message me, okay? Because I've still got a bunch of those. But if you don't have, you can use anything. These are using the sari silk. I have just some scratch paper over here. If I want to do it right now, I would just take a piece of scratch paper and tear it like that, and then use that as the base. And then You just keep adding the next one to it and sew them together as you're going. But that tape roll, like from the tape register, it never ends. So I love using that. Besides, it's cheap for a whole roll that you could probably literally never get through in your lifetime.
Where are my tweezers?
Hanging that on the wall and put bulb clips on them and add stuff you're working with to keep the table clear. Oh, well, that's a really good idea too. So it's decorative to hang your stuff from. Yeah, put those bulb clips on it. You could use these kind of clips or like this kind, the bulb clips. I think that's a great idea. So do you want me to sell them with some bowl clips? Because I do have quite a few bowl clips. I could include a packet of bowl clips with every snippet strip. Where
is it?
I might even take some and put some little pieces that have lunar paste on them. Got some cool pieces of old paper in here too that I wanted to use, like some of this paper that is really, really old and rusty. That would be cool. Maybe I'll just do that on fabric. Rusty paper on the fabric. Margie, that's a great idea. I'd never even thought of that. I'm going to run out and check on Lucy. I haven't heard anything, so let me go see how she's doing.
So these little things that I'm using right now are actually from Dollar Tree. They're really cool. And I'm just going across. I stink at putting stuff on, like small things. It annoys me. It's almost like I get a feeling like I'm claustrophobic when I'm doing small things. Like I no longer can do cross stitch. So putting these little things on is like annoying the crap out of me. What's lunar paste? Lunar paste is, I don't have any here. I'd show it to you. Mine is sitting at Marianne's house waiting for me. It's just a paste that's got a color in it that you put through a stencil, or you can just put it on something. And little Simon did hit. So Simon Says So. He's the one that quote unquote has started the paste stuff.
The lunar paste?
Yeah, the lunar paste. There are other pastes you can get and you can make your own.
Rhonda.
We're
going to have some lunar paste on clearance sale after retreat. Rhonda, we go when we're done, go into our YouTube, Happy Paper People, and search lunar paste. I'm pretty sure you'll see several lives come up where we used lunar paste, but let me show you. Let me show you a couple things here.
They're sort of bright colors. They've got some metallics.
They are metallics. They are very cool. Very pretty.
And then there are some that are just
and then there's solar paste.
Solar paste, which is,
we just did solar paste
lighter.
Recently, so that should be a pretty recent live. Okay, I'll show you this. I've got 3 that I'm turning into. I've actually made book covers out of them. I just got to finish the inside of the book, and then they will be for the retreat sale. But this is lunar paste on just black fabric.
And it's just like a thick.
It's a cream.
Creamy.
It's a cream paste.
Like a
it's a really metallic cream paste. I used the same stencil, was just trying some of these out. The solar paste, you can mix. Oh, the solar paste gives you so many multiple colors because
yes,
you can mix. What we mix? We mixed alcohol ink. You can mix a tiny bit of mica powder. You can really mix anything with color in with the solar paste. Get to change the color. All right, now you did it. You're going to make me grab the lunar paste here. They are a great way to add a little bit of bling. They're just super fun to use. Here's the solar paste. Or lunar paste. So this is lunar paste. The small jar lasts forever. I've used them on every live we've had and on a lot of stuff of my own, and I have not replaced one jar yet. I've not had to buy a second jar of anything yet. I love this one. This is called Roar, and it looks like rust. There's 3 different colors of gold. There's a yellow gold, a red base gold, and a green base gold. And these are the solar pastes. The solar pastes all look white, but they're not. When you mix stuff with them, this is Crocodile Tears. Did I bump my camera? Get it way up there? I don't know. They're just really cool. The only thing they don't have that I would really like is a black and a white. So I have the stencil butter in black and white that I'll use with them because they don't have a black or white. Although I could add black to solar paste and get different colors. But yeah, these are super cool, super fun to use.
They would probably count as bling too because they're shiny.
Yes, because they're metallic. So let's see. Let's turn this upside down. Let's see if I can get it somewhat stable. And if it's stable, then if I can find a little stencil close by. I need something flatter that has a dip in the middle because I'm going to show you. So this stencil is of leaves, and I'll show you how you can mix the lunar paste and make
paper and fabric.
Yeah, you put it on anything, literally anything. Metal, paper, fabric. You can mix the colors like to get all the fall colors in your leaves. And I'm going to do them on this little piece of fabric. So I love doing them on pieces of fabric like this. And then I'll sell these at the retreat fundraiser. And you can take these little pieces and use them in your work. Let's see, which leaves do we want? Like that one right there. Okay, I think I'm going to try to take this down. Kind of hard to see that white on white. Not have it move. So let's see, for the yellow, for the fall leaves, I will want like a yellow and an orange and a red. And so I will take this shooting star that is yellow. Which orange do I want? Not check the cone. I will take Bee Sting as my red and Graphic Cone or Roar as my orange. I'm going to go with this one. And I'm going to do a red, orange, yellow. Okay. And I always tend to just stick my fingers in them. I don't really want to get my fingernails full of lunar paste right now, so I'm going to do this. Doesn't take a whole lot, but I really prefer just doing it with my fingers, but some people want to use something else. I really like using my fingers. I'm going to start with this red kind of at the base of each of these. Which way are those leaves going? I can't even tell. That's really hard to tell. White paper, white fabric, and then the white stencil on top of it. I can hardly see where the stencil is. All right, so that is a little bit of the red. It's called bee sting, what your skin does when you get stung with a bee.
Mm-hmm.
A roar. Roar is my favorite name, and it's one of my favorite pastes too because it looks like rust. I mean, it appears to be orange, but it really comes across as rust. It's a really good fall orange. Let's see, what is that? Okay. Can't see. That's all right. I'll put the rest of that up there. Okay. And I'm not going to put it all back there because I'll get that red in with it too. And then this is Shooting Star, which is the yellow. Probably could go with just the lighter orange, but I'm going to do the yellow because it's going to end up getting mixed a little bit. So it's not going to be bright yellow out here when it's done. But I'll put that out at the tip. And so I did the yellow out at the tip, the roar in the middle, and then the bee sting at the base. And so they're kind of in 3 sections. And I used the same finger. I did not clean it off because I want them to mix just like the fall colors mix. You don't have distinct lines on the leaves. And so as I go back here and then just kind of fill in, I'm going to the tip of these little branches here, give it a little bit of yellow. Okay, I'm going to rub that off a bit, and then I'm going to rub this red up into the orange up into the yellow. I'll rub it up and I'll rub it back. And so they all just kind of really ombre together really nicely. So this is a very simple and quick demonstration of lunar paste. Okay, check that out. So I've got threads. All these are little holes that are in the stencil. It's a Tim Holtz stencil. And it's all kinds of little holes, like if you had leaves falling all over the ground. So see how you get the darker red up into the orange, up into the yellow on the tips as it's, and you can make more red, less yellow, more orange. You can make it any color you want. You could do it in the greens and make them spring leaves and do dark, medium, and light greens. But isn't that cool? I mean, doing that on the cover of a book, I think a dragon, if you have a dragon stencil, or if you're someone that can draw a dragon and then, or even take a picture and then take a paintbrush and you can paint with this stuff. It's, thin enough that you could paint with it. Use the metallic to paint the dragon. I think that would look so darn cool on the cover of a book, a dragon, things like that. So yeah, all kinds of stuff. But that's lunar paste in a nutshell, Rhonda. Now that I got it out, I want to play with lunar paste. I love playing with lunar paste. It is so much fun. Really, truly is. And yes, we are going to start clearance sales again right after retreat. And
yep, dragons and mermaid sales.
Yes. And whatever is in the shop right now, we're going to put on clearance. After retreat. So there are still some lunar pastes there, and they will go in the clearance sale for sure. So that's fun. So you could take that and then you could go back over, you could do like these. You could do snippet strips or rolls that are just collaged paper, and then you could take a stencil and go back over them with lunar paste and do some cool things on top of them. This one's a fun one because it's got pieces of magazine and labels, and just all kinds of, I know if you can see, all the bits and pieces, but this would be a fun one to do lunar paste over. And this wasn't lunar paste we were playing with. I don't remember what exactly it was that we tried out on here, though. Some kind of something that I got my hands on, and we wanted to try out and see how it would work. Butterflies, dragonfly, yes, yeah, iridescent wings. The butterflies and dragonflies are great. Yeah, and then it'll wipe right off your stencil with baby wipes if you wipe it fairly soon. So now I want to do that I want to do a snippet strip that's just lunar paste. I got this one guy right here. So why not? Got a guy sitting right here, a little snippet strip. So I'm gonna just get off what's on that thing right there. Let's see, we need a little bit of that. And I love how they just blend together so nicely. Perfect ombre. And if you want it darker, just rub it from the dark up to the light. If you want it lighter, rub it from the light to the dark. And you'll just carry it down or up, and there we go. So maple leaf. We'll start a snippet strip right here. And so these are perfect. You can cut these little maple leaves off and use them in a journal. Make little pockets or tucks, or put a gold pin on and hang it on a pocket, or sew it onto a pocket. Let's see what other stencils we have right here. I could do. Great, Rhonda. Now you got me going on lunar paste.
Did your substrate have gesso on it first? No,
Nope.
I don't think you need gesso on it first.
Nope, you do not. Not on fabric or on paper. You do not need gesso.
And how was Lucy out there?
She's good, actually. She's right in the next room in the bedroom, laying at the foot of the bed where she usually lays and listens to us. And she's okay. She doesn't look sick. She's not acting sick, but yeah, I'll still keep an eye on her. See if she eats, but so far, I suspect there'll still be something that she'll hack up. And as soon as she does, all will be good. But it sounded like she might have been getting some of it out in a gassy way.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, okay. Now I got a handful of stencils. You can take any stencils you want and do just a little bit of this. There's one of the new, we keep them all in the same color family. One of the new Diane Reevely stencils that we love. Oh, I'm getting it all under my fingernails anyway, even though I didn't want to. I can't do anything without getting it all under my fingernails. It's just the way it goes.
At least you have pretty fingernails.
Not for long after I do this stuff. I have to keep them polished, or they're so weak. Let's see, where's my paper go?
Okay, I put more bling on stuff.
Ooh.
Because I got my blings out.
Yeah.
I believe I am finished with this week's challenge.
All three, nice. Very good.
Yes, Kat, it's me. Nice to see you. And I guess my dog's like seeing you too.
Hey, Kat. Yeah. Kat Kappa, is that a friend of yours?
Yes, we used to be friends on another channel.
Sweet. Welcome, Kat.
What? Oh.
Oh.
Nugget's deciding to talk right now.
So I used the same 3 colors to do a little bit of that stencil.
You want to see everything close up. Okay. Can you make me big?
Yeah, everything that you've done. Absolutely.
Well, you can't see everything, but these 3 things.
Well, the 3 things that you did today, yeah.
Right. So this is my bookmark, and I just took a torn piece of paper and folded it up. And I put stickers that are from the sticker set that I have for the journal that I'm working on.
Oh,
I did some twirly girlies on the little thing here, and I had put some gold ink on those to make it go from white to gold. And I like to tear things, so that's just all torn.
I like the writing space.
Yep. And then this is for the bookmark, and that's one of the stickers that I used in the very old lace.
Nice.
Okay, this is the snippet strip, which I put on really thin paper, because then I can actually tear some of the thin paper off if I want to too, so to make it a little more 3D. And those I can cut at each one between each one of the blue things. And I used wallpaper and some of the same paper. Whoops, I'm sorry. Animal alert. This is wrapping paper that I'm using for the journal. So I've been using a lot of that because they're very big, and it's like supersized. Yeah. So I can get a lot of detail from that.
I had a lot of klimt type swirly.
Yes, all of my stuff this time is klimt because that is the journal that I'm doing, and I didn't want to have to do multiples.
I like it.
And there's another klimt sticker, and I put some bling around it. And
oh, nice.
So, and I did put, because the sticker edge, I wanted to get these on the sticker edge, so I put some of that really thin paper behind it. So if it got off the edge of the sticker, there was still something behind it to catch the glue and the thing. So I'll just tear most of this stuff off in the back once it's glued down. So
great job.
Thank you.
Great job.
And that's all scraps from the klimt journal.
All scraps from around your desk.
Yep.
Stuff you've been working on.
Yep.
Love it. They look great.
Thank you.
Yep. Look great. All right. I'm going to make a couple hearts here right as we're finishing.
Ooh, the klimt journal.
The klimt journal. Yes,
it's
Margie.
not yours yet. Somebody may try to outbid you there, and it may get up to,
You guys make sure that you're at that live fundraiser sale from Retreat, because there are some amazing items going to be in that sale. One is the klimt journal that DM's been making, and it is gorgeous. I have seen it. It is, and it is actually, the cover is actually a klimt book. So it is really, really cool. And
it'll be, Kat, we have Retreat in
May 1st to May 8th. Is Retreat, and really soon I will create the events that will be live from Retreat so that everybody will know when they are and can get them, on your calendar. We do a couple things live from Retreat, and they are super fun to come and participate in and, watch those at Retreat. Yep. So yeah, I know. Let's see, the Saturday for sure, the Saturday at noon will be one of the events. I don't know what that date is, but that would be that first Saturday in May.
3rd. Wednesday's 1st.
4th.
4th.
Saturday the 4th at noon Mountain Time. So that would be 11, 12, 1, and 2, depending where you are.
Last year we had 2, so it would have been spring or fall.
Yes.
You could have watched, Kat.
Yep. We do 2 every year. We do 1 in spring, 1 in fall, 2 retreats.
That's what fell.
So this is spring of 2024. Fall is October. It's the first week of October. So there's some hearts in lunar paste.
So if you ever want to come to retreat, just know that we have them twice a year.
Yeah, and from retreat, when we do a live, we'll tell you more about the place that we're at. That is really, really cool. Kat, where's Kat live? What state are you in, Kat?
She's East Coast like I am.
Okay. Oh, she could travel with you.
Well, she's not East Coast, North Carolina. She's East
Coast,
I think.
Up or down the coast
from Massachusetts, but I can't remember. She's in Pennsylvania or New Jersey now.
They are held.
Florida. She's in Florida.
Okay. Oh, we've had a bunch of people come from Florida. It is held in Salt Lake City, Utah. And right now the fall retreat is scheduled. Registration has not opened yet, but it is scheduled for October 2nd through 9th. So if you guys want to check your calendars, Rhonda, see if there's any way that you can cut out of school for a week for fall retreat, October 2nd through the 9th. That would be amazing. So here's some fun. And one really cool thing about this is it dries super fast. I'm so impressed with how fast this dries. It is so cool. But I'll just do strips of this with different things on them, and then we'll auction those at the fundraiser sale, because you can cut these apart, tear them apart, and use them individually in journals. So,
I have a couple of them.
Yeah, you got a couple last time. And like I said, I've got 3 cool book covers that I did with Lunar Paste. The cover is all made. I'm just needing to finish the inside, and I intend to have those done so we can put those in this auction. Yeah, make a note. We may open registration from spring retreat. We may be able to open registration for fall retreat, so people can get in and register and get a seat in that. Yeah, that's going to be fun too. That first week of October is perfect weather as well. We don't do them like 6 months from each other because we want good weather. And so this time right now is perfect spring weather. Will be high 70s, low 80s. And that time in the 1st of October, same thing. We'll have high 70s, low 80s, and it's absolutely perfect weather, perfect time.
Yep.
Utah is beautiful, heart of the Rocky Mountains, and we just have a blast. So yes, Rhonda, please. Next year's your last year teaching, so I doubt they'd fire you. Yeah, really. What are they going to do, Rhonda? Fire you? They can't afford to lose you your last year. They still got to find somebody to replace you for next year. So yeah. Oh, I would love to have you come. Same place. Yep, same place, and you'll get to see some of the place that we're at. In fact, some of you have already heard, some of you haven't heard. So the house, we have rented a house that has lots and lots of bedrooms. And in fact, since I rented the place, he has opened up more bedrooms and added more beds. So we actually have more people here. I know. He has gone all out for us. He added electrical outlets for us. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So this house, they raised 8 kids in, and they actually built a gym, a full-on basketball court gym in the basement. So it is 30 feet high, whatever a normal basketball court height is. It's got rock climbing stuff all over the walls, which I'm sure we will not be doing.
Not me.
Yeah, not me. But yeah, the basketball court is perfect for setting up our tables. He's got a bunch of tables. I've got additional tables if we need. He's got like 30 chairs. They've got a theater room that has like 6 or 7, 8, 9 couches in it. Big leather couches.
Recliner couches.
Recliner. Yeah, it's an amazing. Oh, it's just, there's 3 kitchens in the house. One is right there by where we will actually craft. And so we can have all our snacks set up. They have 2 full-on like professional popcorn makers, one for kettle corn, one for popcorn. They have a professional ice cream machine. It's like the setup is so perfect for us. Absolutely perfect. 4 bathrooms, just tons and tons of space. It's like the ideal location for us. And yeah, he opened up a couple more rooms and he sent me some pictures, opened up more rooms, added more beds. So, I didn't know he was going to do that. We could have actually had a few more people to this one, but that's okay. We can have more people in the fall one. We can have more. Right. Sarah, you've already got a request for you to be the roommate.
I know.
Sarah would be a fantastic roommate.
And she'll be old hat at it by that time.
She'll have it down. She will have it down pat. Yeah. So I would love Sarah to come back in October. It's like you come to one and it's amazing, but you have to come to another one. Like once you come to one and then you've got it. Don't you think, DM? You got to come to another one because then it's like, okay, this is my thing and I know what's going on and how it all goes. And I know I don't need to take 50 suitcases full of stuff. In fact, I tell people bring one suitcase with another suitcase packed inside of it because you're going to need an empty suitcase to take all your stuff home. You're going to go home with tons and tons and tons of stuff. That's right. Sarah is the one who invited Rhonda in. I am so happy that she invited you, Rhonda. That is so awesome. Yeah. Okay. So Sarah and Rhonda will be roommates. Kat, we'd love to have you come. That would be awesome. KK, I'd still love to have you come too, if you could work it out as well. I don't know what Sylvia's fall looks like, but awesome to have Sylvia here too.
We're still waiting for Sylvia to come.
We want Sylvia to come.
We're going to have to go up and kidnap her one of these times.
Sylvia comes. Penny will find a way to come. Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of repeaters. We have a lot of brand new people coming this spring. A lot of people that it's their very first time. And that's always fun. Actually, it's probably half and half, isn't it? Yeah, I guess it's probably about half and half. And it will be, when you're here, it will be high 70s, low 80s. So coming from Florida summer, coming here the first week of October, Kat, you will breathe a sigh of relief. I lived in Arizona for 28 years. I know what you're dealing with in Florida, except it's way more humid than Arizona. But yeah, you will love it. High 70s, low 80s. But it's a dry heat. It is a desert climate, so it is not the humidity that you get in Florida at all. And absolutely beautiful. And yeah, the fall colors are changing. My maple leaf should be fully leafed. The little blooms are coming out now, so we can take great big giant maple leaves and use them for gel plating and whatever else you want to use them for. All kinds of fun stuff. So yeah, you guys keep that in mind. If we open that from retreat, it's always, you go in, fill out the registration application, and you only have to put down like a $75 deposit, and then the rest of it is paid a little bit each month. I have not had to raise the price of retreat in 4 years that we've been doing this.
I think you've been doing it for 4 years.
Yeah, well, I've not had to raise the price of retreat at all. And I'm so excited about that. And our cost, like the cost of retreat has been $385. And that is an entire week. There's another huge retreat that happens around here, and it is a 3-day weekend retreat, and it is $575. And you can also do it virtually, and it's still $575 for 3 days. That
and
kills me.
where we have the place that we found, or she found, that helps out. It's no longer at a hotel, so you're not paying a
Right.
hotel bill.
Yes. So our cost of rooms is super low.
Yeah,
because
$385, but that doesn't include your travel or your
right. So $385 is the
stay.
cost of retreat, and then everybody pays for their room, and you can choose whether you want a room by yourself or a room to share with someone else. And if you're sharing with someone else, it's about $350 for the entire week. If you want a room by yourself, it's about $500 for the entire week. I mean, that for a whole week at a hotel, that's a third of what it cost us at the hotel.
Yeah.
And so you can choose whether you want a room together or whether you want a room to yourself. Even if you want a room to yourself, $500 for the entire week is killer. Is a killer deal.
It's half. It's less than half of what I paid.
That is less than half at the hotel. Yeah. And we get enough people that helps keep that rate down low, because we just have to split that cost of the house. Some of your food is included. Some of it, we go to grocery stores. We make a run to the grocery store so people can buy stuff that you want. There's kitchens there. You can cook there. You can put your stuff in the fridge, have what you want. We decide whether we want to go out and grab something to eat, whether we want a DoorDash, or whether we want to cook together there. It's all, that all works out. And then whatever your airfare is, so you could start watching, knowing that it's October 2nd to 9th. So you'd come in on the 2nd and leave on the 9th, and check-in time is about 4:00 in the afternoon. And so if you come in anytime during the day, we have a coffee shop where everybody will meet up at the coffee shop. And then at check-in time, I'll come to the coffee shop and get everybody, and we'll go over to the house. And then on the day of leaving, the 9th, checkout time is about 10. And so anytime that you need to leave on the 9th to get the best airfare. But I would start watching now, because sometimes way ahead you can get a super low rate. Sometimes you're not going to get the best rate until maybe 6 weeks ahead.
Yep.
Just kind of depends on the airline. Check them all. If you've got Southwest, if you've got a Southwest hub, near you that you can get to, Southwest is usually cheap. We've even had people drive from Florida. If you want to drive and there's people that you can meet up with on the way and drive together, that works out too. We have people this time driving from
it would be
Ohio.
It would be Salt Lake City.
SLC.
SLC.
Yep, SLC. Salt Lake City, doing a road trip to Braintree May 3rd.
Braintree, Massachusetts. That's my old hood when I after high school.
In May. 3-day, and the room is $485. Holy cow. See, that's why I love
you
this.
can cancel that and come to this one.
Yeah. Well, actually, Kat, we have room now because he put in more beds.
Yeah.
He opened more rooms and put in more beds. If you want to come May 1st to 8th, we can get you in. If you want
to cancel Braintree.
Yeah, if you wanted to come, we can still get you in. That is awesome. But that's why I'm so thrilled about this, because we've been able to keep the cost so low. Everything that I've ever checked out is so much more expensive, and I just do it because I love it, and I love getting together with you guys, and I love the camaraderie. Happy Paper People is the best. We just have so much fun. Yeah, you got to go see your mom. Yeah, you got to see your mom. But plan on October. That would be really awesome. Yeah. October 2nd to 9th, you guys can start checking out, thinking about a road trip if you can combine with somebody else. Or, you know what? Sarah, Pam Wright is really close to you. Maybe there's somebody else out there near you that you guys could get together and make a road trip of it. Save on the airfare. If 2 or 3 of you combine on a road trip, that wouldn't be bad at all. If you can sleep and take turns driving every few hours, take naps, you could do that in one day. She's 94 and oh yeah, that would be awesome to be there for Mother's Day. Yeah, she won't be there forever. So you got to go spend some time with her. That is
Mm-hmm.
awesome. All right, guys, I got to run. It is 2:23. Thanks for hanging out with us today. It was awesome fun. Now I got Lunar Pace out. I want to play with Lunar Pace. I have this huge mess of scraps all over my desk, which means I probably need to do a whole bunch of snowing of snippet strips.
Mm-hmm.
But husbands can come as well. When we're in the hotel, we've had some husbands come, and they don't typically come like to retreat things, but they just want to do their own thing or hang out there. But since we're in this house, you could have a room to yourself, and you and your husband could share the room.
There is a master for that.
And there is a master bedroom that has a king size. Actually, several of the bedrooms have king size beds. So yeah, you could have a room that he could stay there with you. And if he wanted to hang out with us, or if he wanted to go exploring or just watch TV or whatever, yeah, they are welcome too, as long as he's not a stick in the mud and is good for some fun. Because we have lots of fun. So, awesome. All right, guys, we will see you real soon. Right now, I can't think of when we're going to see you next. It might be actually next Monday, because I need all this week to prepare for retreat. Next Monday will be the live right before retreat. We will draw for the winners. Don't forget to get your pictures in by Sunday. Excuse me. And don't forget that next Monday at Monday Jumpstart, I am going to have a very special guest right here in studio with me. So I'm excited for that. So I'll see you in the group along the way, but we'll see you live again on Monday. Bye, everyone. Thanks, Dan.
Bye.